All right, all right, all right. So, first question. I have these five numbers. I want the mean, the median, and the standard deviation. All right. So, mean. How do I find the mean again? Right. So, the mean is going to be the sum of all the numbers divided by the counts of all the numbers. We remember this, right? Again, this is in chapter 3 on your formula sheet. You do not have to memorize it. In chapter 3 is written as x bar is equal to the sum of x divided by n. It means what I just wrote right here. All right, let's do this. So I have 12.34 plus 17.89 plus skip a few all the way down to the 1420. I'm going to say 14.2 just because of space, but you guys get the idea. 1420, right? I'm going to divide it by how many? Five. Okay, good, 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 good. All right, help me out. What's the sample mean? So 59.11. Okay, divided by five. Good. And what is it? 11.822. That's it. All right. Everybody agree? All on the same page? All right. So now I want to find this other thing called the median. Yikes. How do I find the median again? I forgot. Good, good. After ranging from smallest to largest, and then I just choose the middle number, right? So let's see. I got 5.67. What's next? 9.01. Okay, what's next? 12.34. Very good. What's next? 14.20. And what's last? 17.89. That's excellent, right? And then what I want to do, I want to cross out each side, one from the front, one from the back, another one from the front, another one from the back, and the middle number, all right? And that's my median right there. That's what I'm looking for. On your test, you're going to have some wording at the very top, and then there's going to be a box where you can write your answer in, right? So do the workout the same way that you see me doing it, and then you see like how I box my answer here, do that, and then also at the very top, write your answer in that little box at the top. All right. So now you guys know for the test. Okay. Standard deviation. How lovely. You guys have either way that you want, you can do this as long as we all end up with the same answer. I'm happy. All right. My favorite way, is to do the x and then the x squared, right? I'm going to copy down my x's. I'm just copying the median. Again, you do not need to put this in order. All right. I'm just being lazy and copying the median because I don't want to scroll up to the top. All right. But you can you can just copy from the top if you have access to see it. No problem with that. And then this is 17.89. Okay. What's the square of all of these? Help me out. Very good.
81.1801,
Very good.
152.2756,
Very good.
201.64.
0.64, that's it?
Yeah,
Okay.
320.0521,
Perfect. Everybody agree? Awesome. And then at the bottom, we want to add up all our x's. All right, what does that equal? 59.11, okay. And then I want to add up on my x squared. What I got? 700 what? Okay. 967. Perfect. Any questions on this? No? All right, let's take a look at the formula. Again, I'm not making this formula up. I'm copying it straight from the formula sheet. All right, this is in chapter 3. So our variance s squared is equal to the sum of x squared minus, open parentheses, the sum of x squared, all of that divided by n, and then all of that divided by n minus 1. Right? If you're using the other formula, that's fine, as long as we are on the same page when we get to the variance and the standard deviation. I'm cool with that. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna plug in my numbers now, right? Again, when you plug in these numbers, right? I don't want to see y'all figuring out the numerator, then dividing by none of that. Plug it in directly the same way it looks on the paper is the same way you type it in your calculator. Don't change nothing. All right. So I got 787.2967 minus, open parentheses, the 59.11 squared, all divided by 5, and all of this divided by 5 minus 1. All right, that being said, what's my variance? Do we agree? Everybody else got the variance? All right. And then last but not least, the question that they asked us, what is the standard deviation? Your standard deviation is always a square root of your variance. So that means I'm going to square root the 22.12457. And what do I get? What's my answer? 4.736. Okay. 222. Awesome. Everybody got that? All right. Huh? Okay, no problem. I'll see you. All right, thanks. Just to make me feel good, I want to verify it. Of course, I would type that wrong, wouldn't I? 5, 6, 7. But I feel like you guys probably got this because y'all been really good these past couple of days on this question. Beautiful. Got the same answer. All right. So is there any questions on this? Anybody? This is finding the standard deviation and the mean and the median. Any questions? We good? Y'all better get 100 on this tomorrow. Y'all done seen this question the most out of every question. All right, scatter plot time. All right. So botanists is studying the relationship between the amount of sunlight a plant receives in hours per day and its growth in centimeters. They collect data from 8 plants and is shown in the table below. By the way, just pause for a second. Those of you just watching the videos, right? I know I've shortened the videos to make it more manageable, right? But right after you see me go through the question, you guys should pause it, try it for yourself, and then click play to see if you get back the same answer. That's how you study for this. right? And then if you guys want to take it another level, right? You guys can grab the question, throw it into AI, ask AI for another question just like it. All right. Until you guys get it and get 100 on it. All right. Anyway, back to what we're doing here. Now, this is what I don't like. This is what I was saying could happen on your test, where they're gonna flat out tell me this is X and this is Y. When they tell me that, I can't interchange them. Right? So just gotta go with the flow kind of situation. I really could interchange them, but I don't want to confuse y'all. All right. If they tell you something, just go with it. All right. So let's start with the scatter diagram. That's what we're gonna do first. All right. Um, Let me read that story again because I feel like I didn't get the story. A botanist is studying the relationship between the amount of sunlight a plant receives in hours per day and its growth in centimeters. And then they collect data from 8 plants and shown in the table below. So we have the hours of sunlight and the growth in centimeters. All right. Let's do a diagram real quick. Let me just make sure I got my pen. Okay. Very good. Nope. Start off over here. That's smart. Try that again. What the heck? Okay. Okay, I feel like that's better. All right. So my X is going to be sunlight. So this is sunlight. And my Y is growth. Okay. Well, gotta turn it sideways. Gotta turn it sideways. GOWTH. Yeah, I can't turn the paper sideways like y'all, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. All right. Let's look at my X's real quick. So for sunlight, I have between 1 and 8. That's not so bad. So I feel like I could do that, right? Starting off 0 right here. I feel like I go by 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? I'm gonna look at the growth. I'm looking between 2 and 9. So I'm going up to 10. I feel like I'm gonna go by 2s. So let's call this 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and just for completion, 12. All right. And all we got to do is just plot our points. All right. This is going to be a little bit more straightforward than you guys have seen me do in the past because I'm not switching them. So the first group would be what? 2, 3. So I'm just going to come across the 2, go up to 3. I think it's about here. Again, we're not computers, so I'm not looking for you guys to give me like a perfect graph. Just do your best. All right, just do your best with this, right? My next group is going to be what? 4, 5, 4, 5. So I'm going to come across to 4, go up to 5. Right? That's somewhere like here, I believe. Next, I have 6, 7. So I'm going to come across to 6, go up to 7, which I think is like somewhere here. That looks good. Next, I have what? 8, 9. I'm going to cross to 8, go up to 9. I think that's somewhere like what? Right here. All right, I'm starting to get a picture here. Next, I have 3, 4. So I'm going to go across the 3, go up to the 4. Feel like that's right there. After that, I have 5, 6. Go across the 5, go up to where the 6 is. I feel like that's right there. Next, I have 7, 8. And I hope this is starting to get boring to y'all because y'all are so smart and y'all gonna get 100 on this. I hope that happens. All right. And then we have 1, 2 is the final one. All right, going across to 1, go up to 2. I feel like that's right here. Bam. All right. So now that's part A. That's full credit for part A. How about part B? All right. What would you estimate the correlation coefficient to be? Positive, right? So positive. That's beautiful. How about C? Interpret it for me.
As sunlight, x-axis increases, world y-axis.
No. As sunlight
Increase.
increases, right? Increases. Growth or the Y, right? Increases as well. Again, if it's negative, right? It's going to be as X is increasing, Y is decreasing. It's positive as X is increasing, Y is increasing. Okay. I don't know what they're gonna do to y'all for the story and all that tomorrow, but we got the game plan, all right? Well, that's it. That's the scatter diagram question. All right. Let me see what number 3. Oh my God, that's the easiest question. Y'all all better get 100 on this one. All right. Nobody failed this question. All right. A survey was conducted at the university to examine the relationship between student class levels, so freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and their preferred method of transportation to campus, walking, biking, public transportation, or driving. Right. 400 students were surveyed, and the results are as follows. Very nice. All right. Let's look at question 1. What percentage of the total students? I'm gonna do this in purple. All right, I feel like purple right now. All right. What percentage of total students surveyed are sophomores? Somebody give me the answer real quick. Very good. That's perfect. All right. What percentage of students prefer biking as their mode of transportation? Okay. Of the freshman students, what percentage of them prefer walking over? No, say it again. No. 40 over 100. Very good. Right? This is another way of seeing a given statement, right? So of the freshman students, that's what comes after the given. I'm only talking about the freshman students, right? It's 100 of them. Out of them 100 students, how many of them like to walk? So that's the 40 over 40%? No, that would be right. Yeah. This is a really funny question. Everything here is 100 and all that. You're not gonna get that on the test. There's gonna be some odd numbers or something like that, right? But just know that if it's given, right? This particular question is freshman. No, I'm sorry, not freshman. It is let me read it again. Hold on. Wrong one. Walk-in given freshman. So it's walk-in given freshman. Right. Exactly. So it's this 100 and this 40 right here. So 40 over 100. Right? Let's look at the next question, right? Of the students who prefer driving, what percentage are seniors? Right? Exactly. Right? So it's this one. So out of all of the driving students, right? How many of them are seniors? That's what this is. All right. So 60 over 100. Questions on anything so far? Okay. What is the probability of driving and a senior? Let me erase this so I don't confuse y'all. Go ahead. What's the probability of driving and a senior at the same time? What is it? Driving and a senior at the same time. What was it? I'm sorry. Over. That's what I'm talking. Oh my God, that was amazing. That was amazing. See, I was about to write the 4, but no, 60 over 400. That's it. Beautiful. Yeah, that's it.
So this was, the corner.
Most of your answers are going to be over the total of everything. The grand total, they call that, right? Only when you have the given statements where you have a different denominator. Whatever comes after the given is your denominator. Okay. All right, last question. What's the probability of a junior or biking? Well, walk me through it. How would I do it? They want to know the probability of junior or biking.
I thought 100.
Okay. Well, give me the formula real quick before that. This would be probability of, okay, so probability of junior plus probability of biking minus probability of both, right? Okay, so what's the probability of being a junior? 100 over. Perfect, perfect. And then what's the probability of biking? What is it? 100? Oh no, I gotta check. I don't remember. Yeah, you're right. 100 over what? Very good. Now, what is the probability of being a junior and biking at the same time? So I heard 25. Let me see. Good. So that's 25 over 400. Very good. Perfect.
I'm not wrong. This question was a bit of a no-brainer. Like,
Yeah.
you called me out on one, and I was
Yeah.
like, the way I
Yeah,
did it,
it's light. Promise you, this is the easiest question on your whole exam tomorrow. All right. Everybody get 100 on this. Please, please, please. All right. Let's talk about question 4. This question, low key, even though it's worth so much, I disagree with that because I feel like this is like a really, really easy question. Mhm. I mean, nah,
the first, like I said, the first one, you can get it. The second one is
Yeah.
not that out of the park.
Yeah.
First one,
All right. So the trick with the first one, right? Write down what you have and then just plug it into the formula. All right. Huh?
how are we gonna know you're gonna calculate it?
At the end, let me show you. Let me show you. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna just pull this down a little bit because I'm gonna need some space real quick. I'm gonna erase this B right here. But you guys get the idea. There's a question A and a question B, right? Okay. I'm gonna just stick to my purple. This feels like a purple day. All right. I love you. I'm sorry. A survey was conducted to determine the relationship between owning a smartphone and using social media daily, right? Rest in peace to TikTok. The survey found that 80 right? The survey found that 80% of respondents own a smartphone, right? So check this out. So the problem, wait, hold on. Right. So the probability of a smartphone, hold on one second. I'm gonna get this real quick. I'm gonna get this. So I'm gonna do this one in blue. Nah, yeah, let me do blue. So the probability of smartphone. Did I say SM for smartphone? All right. So the probability of smartphone is 80%, which we also know is 0.80 as well, right? Let me get my highlighter. Of those who own a smartphone, 75% use social media daily. All right. So go back to my blue. So the probability of social media daily, right? Let's say I'm going to call that daily. Given that you have a smartphone, That's 75%. Or 0.75. So let me ask you, do you understand why I wrote this that way? Because that's really, really important. It's really, really important to see that. All right. Let's continue. It was also found that 10% of those who don't own a smartphone use social media daily, right? So watch this one now. This one, all right, this one is a little bit different. This one is the probability of daily given no smartphone. That's 10%, which is equal to 0.1, right? All right, so now watch the trick now. Watch the trick now, all right? Again, I'm not making this up. I'm just copying straight from the formula sheet, right? So the probability of A and B is equal to the probability of B given A times the probability of A. Not making this up, just copying straight from the formula sheet, all right? The question they ask is, what is the probability that a randomly selected respondent both owns a smartphone and uses social media daily? Keyword there, I should have said this earlier, but keyword there is and. So that's how I know to use the and formula from the formula sheet. Right? That's simple. Okay? Right after that, go straight back to the story. So what did they say? They said that they want the probability of smartphone and daily. That's what they want, smartphone and daily, right? So what do I have? I could either use probability of daily given smartphone, or I could use probability of daily given no smartphone. But here's the trick. I'm gonna show you the trick right now, right? Whatever comes after the given is the one that stands alone by itself over here. Whatever comes after the given is the one that stands alone by itself over there. So now I have two conditional probabilities here. I have daily given smartphone and I have daily given no smartphone, right? But do I know the probability of no smartphone? No. I know what the probability of smartphone is, right? Which is the one that's standing by itself. Smartphone is by itself. So that means I got to go with the conditional probability that has smartphone after the given, right? Which is this one, right? So now when I write it out, back to blue, I got probability of daily given the smartphone times probability of smartphone. All right. And then after that, just plug in your numbers, right? Real nice and simple. Just plug in the numbers, right? You could either use the percentages or you could use the decimal. I'm going to use a decimal, 0.75 times 0.80. Multiply them, bop, 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 and that's the answer. All right. Let me see if I can get that real quick. 0.75 times 0.80, 0.6. Now you could give me 0.6, or if you want to give me 60%, I'll take that as well. I'll take either one of those answers right there. Does that make sense a little bit more?
The way you put it in, we have X, or whatever.
Yeah.
You need to give A and B. And,
Because the A and the B, think of those as it's like I'm trying to show you the story, not the story. I'm trying to show you the mathematical formula, but I'm not including the story. So the trick to this is that you want to change the story into the mathematical formula and then plug in afterwards. You know? Go ahead.
I think it's confusing because I can see given like the math problem, so I just did P, smartphone and social media and then just time. Well.
Did you got the right answer? That was luck. Cause that could mess you up on the test. You know?
Wait, if I. Wait, there, I did the P parentheses, smartphone and social media and time, 0.8 and 0.5. I know something.
But I want y'all to understand where it's coming from. Cause I don't know what they're gonna throw at y'all tomorrow.
And that's to be the way like I did 75.
I mean, like we're on the same page with this, but your reasoning is not on the same level as mine. That's what I'm scared about. You know? I mean, as long as y'all get the right answer, I'm happy, but I really want y'all to understand this, why it is. You know, and it's as simple as whatever comes after the given is the one that's standing by itself. When you see the words of blah 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 and then something with a percentage or whatever, anything that's after that of word, that's your denominator for the givens. Like that's what's coming after the given. Right? So when I said of those that own a smartphone, that means that's given smartphone. Right. It's like it swaps.
Because the way the question is worded, because that's how I get it. I know and doesn't have to be multiplied.
Right.
And I know the beginning said, responded phone to smartphone, so that's what made me think that I had to put 80% first.
It doesn't matter if it's 80% first or 75% first. Yeah. I do it like that because it makes more sense for me to identify the given statement first. Then I can identify what is the one that's standing by itself. The one standing by itself is the easy one. Like that's not what I'm stressed about. I'm stressed about the conditional statement, right? The one with the given. You know? So I want to identify that first before I multiply it times the one that's by itself. You know? So okay, that's the mm-hmm.
We have one multiplication.
Yes.
One addition.
Yes. Mhm. All right, let's look at this one. So a survey of 1,000 people was conducted about, one second. I'm sorry. A survey of 1,000 people was conducted about their preferred method of receiving news. 60% of correspondents preferred online news sources, 40% preferred television, and 25% preferred both, right? What is the probability that a randomly selected person from this survey prefers online news or television news? Right? So they want to know what is the probability of A or B, which is the same thing as probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A and B. Right? Copying straight from the formula sheet. This is chapter 5, where you'll find these formulas. Plug in the story now, right? So what is the story? They want to know what is the probability of online news or television. And that's going to be what? The probability of online plus the probability of television minus the probability of both online and television. And then just plug in the numbers, right? The probability of online is what? 60%? Right? That was given right here. Plus the probability of television, which is 40%. Very good. That was given right here. All right. And then we want to minus the probability of both online and television news, which was 25%. And that was given right here. All right. Do the math on this. What's this? Got you. So I would take either one of these answers. It doesn't matter. All right. If you memorize it, go ahead. You know, but I like to see the formula, then I plug in the story, then I plug in the numbers, and I get my answer. To me, that's the easier way to do it. Mhm. All right, so that's question 4. Let's look at question 5. Oh my gosh, this is way too easy. Right? That's what I get for copy and test questions. All right, so a pharmaceutical company claims that a new drug effectively treats a certain condition in 80% of its patients, right? In a clinical trial of 15 patients, right? What is the probability that more than 12 patients will experience positive results from the drug? Oh boy, I need some highlighter on this. So I have 80%, right, of its patients. I have a trial, 15 patients, and more than 12. So let's look at what I have, right? My N is what? 15, right? That's the number of patients. And then my probability of success is what? No. 80%. Very good. You could give me 0.80. I'll take that too. All right. And then R is more than 12, right? So they want to know what is the probability of more than 12. Y'all gotta help me out. What is more than 12 mean? You're close. No. Try again.
13, 14, 15.
Exactly, right? So they want to know what's the probability of X greater than 12, which are the numbers probability of 13 plus probability of 14 plus probability of 15. That's excellent. All right. Now, if you're using the table, you already know, just add up those 3 and that's it. You got it? Oh, God bless. That's good. Yes. Yeah. So for the table, right? You, huh? What, in the calculator?
Okay. We put N 15 and then E 80 and then X 12.
Doesn't give you the answer?
That's what about.
All right, let's check it out. Let's check it out.
As you can see, I'm putting it in
Uh-huh.
and leave the answer.
What does that say though?
Probability 0 greater than 1.
Less than
Less
or
than.
equal to
Yeah.
P, which is less than or equal to 1. So what does that mean? Think about it. What does probability always have to be?
Greater.
It always has to be between what and what? One and
Wait, I forgot.
yeah, you're right. One and one and
Yeah, I forgot. My brain is not breaking right now.
0 is what the calculator is telling you. But you put in 80 and 80 is bigger than 1. So what you supposed to put in there?
1.
No. So
0.
what is the P? 80 what?
Oh, 0.
But you could also put 80%. Right? So 80% is second and then the division sign. That's the percent. All right, so let's talk about the calculator real quick because I feel like we're gonna have a question on this, how to do this one in the calculator. Let me just get my calculator real quick. All right. We're gonna come back to this question real quick. So, I'll go right here. Just make that a little bit smaller. All right, before we continue with this, those of you using the table, what's the answer? Got you. So you got your formula sheet, right? You're gonna go to the binomial probability distribution table right here, right? You're gonna go to where it says n is equal to 15, because that's what we have in this question. So turn the page to n15. N is in the left-hand corner side, like right over here, right? And then after that, you're gonna look at the very top where you have your probability of success. You're gonna go across to where, what's our P? 80. Go across to 80, right? 0.80. And then go down to where the 15 is. Hold on. I'm looking for the 13, 14, 15. Right? 0.398. All right. Is that what you got too? I'm gonna wait for you to confirm it for me.
That's what it is.
Mhm. Huh? That's what you got? Yeah. Yeah.
I have 0.60197677.
Yeah, that's my first one.
How you got so many? You only adding 3 numbers,
Oh, probably no.
but you don't have the right calculator. How'd you use a calculator? You know you can't use a phone tomorrow. Yeah. It is CDF. Yeah, but don't use your phone. Use a table. Right? Because you can't use your phone tomorrow. Find the 3 numbers that you're gonna add them up and tell me what you get. You got it? Oh, I want her to get it. Because you got the calculator, and that's how we gonna do it. Telling y'all should have got that calculator. It was worth it.
I
No?
had to, that's not.
So, yeah. I still use my calculator in the supermarket all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they be like, yo, toilet paper on sale. I'm like, for real? Nah, that ain't no sale. You got it? All right. All right. Good. So let's talk about the calculator now, right? So this question. N is 15. P is 80%. And then for my R, this is going to be more than 12. Right? Just copy from the formula sheet, right? So in the calculator, here's what you're going to press, right? You're going to go to second, right? Then you're going to go to distribution. Distribution is spelled DISTR, right? So second and then distribution right here, right? Wait, hold on. I can make this a little bit bigger. Second. This might be a little small on the screen right there. Okay, so I mean right here, second and then distribution, right? That's what you're going to press. After that, you want to go across. This is the across sign right here, right? You want to go across to where it says DISTR. Distribution, right? Once you're across, I want you to go down to where it says binomial CDF. All right? Binomial CDF. That's what we're going to go down to. All right? Now, the first thing they're going to hit you with in binomial CDF, right? They're going to hit you with your trials. Trials is the same thing as your N, and you know that that's 15. Then they're going to hit you with the probability of success. Probability of success is your P, and you know that that's what? That's 80%. Here's how you write 80% in the calculator, all right? So when you're at success, you're going to hit 8, you're going to hit 0, then you're going to hit second, and then you're going to hit the percentage sign right here, which is a division sign. All right, that's how you write 80%. You don't want to do that? Give me 0.8. All right, and that'll work as well. All right. Next is going to ask you for your X. Our X in this case is what? Just to recap, in the question, let me see, I'm gonna write it right over here. In the question, they're asking what is the probability of X greater than 12? Right? Now, can my calculator give me greater than for binomial distribution? No, it can only give me less than, right? So what's my X gonna be? What am I gonna calculate? What am I gonna write in the calculator for X in the binomial? So remember, greater than 12 was what numbers? It was, right, not 11. You're close though.
The 398.
It's gonna be 1 minus the probability of what? So I want 13, 14, 15, but the calculator can't give me 13, 14, 15. It could give me the rest. What's the rest of it? Can you only do less than? So what numbers are there? 12. What else? Exactly. Plus skip a few all the way down to the probability of 0. That's what you're going to do in your calculator. So my X in this case is going to be 12. Right? Okay. Click, click, click. Right? Eventually, you're going to get to a screen where it's going to give you a number. I don't know what that number is, 0 point something, whatever. Right? When you go down, there's going to be another line that's going to have some variables there. Right? Could be like X, Y, Z, A, B, C, whatever, right? Save it as Y. I want you to go across in the count using the arrow, save it as Y, and then go to quit. All right, do that for me real quick. Save it as Y, go across, and then go to quit. Tell me when you're done. You guys should be jumped back to the original page. All right, you're on the original page? All right, so now, after it's saved as Y, on the original page, I want you to type in 1 minus, and then I want you to type in the Y, right? On the calculator, let me show you where the Y is. This is Y right here. You're gonna keep hitting that button until Y appears on the page. Then after you see Y, press enter, and then give me that answer. Perfect. And that's the same answer that we got.
Now what you need to do if it's for.
if it's greater than. Right. If it was less than, I'm good. Plug in the number, boom, boom, I'm done. This is if it's greater than.
We should get back to Monday.
Mhm.
Or the one mess up the calculation. Or we do that as well.
You can leave it as Y. Because you're not using Y in any other way, you know? So you guys have two methods. You can either use the chart or you could use the calculator and you will get full credit. All right. All right. Let's jump back to this. What's the expected value? It's what? What's the formula? Expected value. You can copy from the formula sheet. You don't got to memorize it. All right. So mu is equal to N times P. Very good. And in this case, what's my N? 15 times 0.8. Very good. I'll take that. Or you could say 15 times 80%. That's fine. What's the answer? 1200. Yeah. This is in chapter 6 on your formula sheet, by the way. 12, you said? All right.
I forgot to add it. 8.
Got you. Make sense? All right. Again, we just copied from the formula sheet. Next question said, what is the standard deviation? Standard deviation is sigma is equal to the square root of N times P times 1 minus P. Again, I'm not making this up. This is in chapter 6 on your formula sheet. All right. Plug in the numbers. This becomes square root of 15 times 0.8 times 1 minus 0.8. What's that answer?
3.3466.01016.
3.346066.
No, 3.3466.01016.
Perfect. All right. So is there any questions on these? Any questions on these? So we go with binomial. Makes sense. We're good with binomial. All right, let's keep it moving. Question 6. All right. Now we're back to normal distribution. So the weight of bags of potato chips produced by a factory are normally distributed with a mean of 10 ounces and a standard deviation of 0.5 ounces. Okay. What is the probability that a randomly selected bag of chips weighs less than 9.25 ounces? All right. So they want to know what is the, sorry. They want to know what is the probability of X, wait, let me not even say that, of less than 9.25. And we know less than 9.25 is the probability of X less than 9.25. Right? After you write this out, draw the distribution. Draw the distribution. Draw the distribution. All right? So let's take a look. I have a mound-shaped distribution as so. What is my mean? Gotta look up. My mean was 10, I believe. What's going on with this? All right, my mean was 10. And then I have 9.25. 9.25 is smaller than 10, so I know it's going to be on the left-hand side of it. 9.25 is right here. And I want the area to the left of that. right? Because I want less than, right? Let's pretend for fun that we're standing right here in the distribution. All right. In our calculator, what are we going to go to? Perfect. That's what I like to hear. We're going to go to normal CDF. All right. What's my mean? Very good. What's my standard deviation? 0.5. Very good. What's my lower bound?
1 E99.
Perfect. And what's my upper bound?
9.25.
9.25. That's perfect right there. What's the answer you got?
0.7229.
Oh, wait, 2 zeros? 006?
0.0
Uh-huh.
66 807229.
229 like that?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. Questions on this? Does this make sense?
Yeah.
All right. On a separate note, for those of you that are going to use the table, you're going to use the table. They want to know what is the probability of X less than 9.25. You're going to change that into a Z, right? Again, this is not for those of you that are using the calculator. This is for those of you that want to use a table, right? We change this into a Z, and it's going to be less than X minus mu over sigma. After that, you're just going to plug in the numbers. This is going to be the 9.25 minus the mean, which is 10, divided by the standard deviation, which is 0.5. Little calculator magic, bop, bop, bop. What do we get?
Maybe 1.5.
Negative 1.5. That could be right. I might be bugging. I thought it was something else. Let me see. Yeah. Negative 1.50. That's it. All right. Look that up for me. What's the answer?
Zero point zero six six eight.
0.0668. All right. Very good. And that's the answer right there. If it's less than, you can copy straight from the table. If it's greater than, you have to do 1 minus that answer. All right. That's just for those who are using the table. Okay. Questions on this? This makes sense? Makes sense? All right. Let's go on to part B. So part B says a sample of 16 bags of potatoes is randomly selected. What is the probability that the average weight of the bag in the sample is less than 9.25? Right? So now what's changing? I have an N. Shoot. All right, what's changing? I have an N now, right? So N is equal to 16, right? Now remember, whenever I have an N now, right, I have to change my mean and my standard deviation. So now my mean for the X bar distribution is going to be what? is going to be the same as the mean that I had before, which is 10. And the standard deviation for the X bar distribution is going to be equal to the standard deviation divided by the square root of n. This is on your formula sheet in chapter 7. I'm not making this up. I'm just copying, right? Let's see, 0.5 divided by square root of 16. I heard 0.125. Okay. Questions on this? Make sense? Okay. So now, they literally ask the same question, right? They want to know what is the probability of X bar less than 9.25? Draw your distribution. All right, draw your distribution. Yes, I know you're drawing the exact same thing you just drew it right above, right? That just happens to be this question. That's not guaranteed to happen tomorrow. All right, 9.25. I want the area to the left of it, right? Let's pretend for fun that I'm standing right here in the distribution. Right? That being said, on the calculator, what am I going to? Normal what? Good, normal CDF. Do you know how to get to normal CDF?
Yeah.
Okay, good, good. So in normal CDF, the first thing they're gonna ask you for is your trials, right? Wait, not trials. The mean, right? I'm sorry. I keep getting that confused. I'm sorry about that. So they're gonna ask you for the mean. Remember, our mean is now the mean for the X bar distribution, which is what? 10. Our standard deviation is now what? It's going to be the standard deviation for the X bar distribution, which is the 0.125 that we found above, right? And then our lower bound is what? Nope. What's my lower bound?
Oh, you level up, negative E.
Negative 1E99, right? Because there's no lower bound here, right? So that's why it's a negative 1E99. And then my upper bound is what? 9.25. That's excellent. All right, what's my answer?
The calculator, I got 9.9 E
9?
is,
That don't sound right.
let me just put it in some.
It should be 0 point something.
Yeah.
Let me see, come here.
You want it again? Normal CDL, 10, 0.125.
That's good. Negative 1E99, 9.25. Oh, I see. So what the calculator is giving you guys is 9.9 E and then negative 10. All right. Thank you. So what this means, right? If I was to expand this, right? This is 0 point, and then I have to write 9 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 99. So that answer is practically 0. Right? So anytime you see an answer like this, right? In the calculator, it looks weird. Just know that that answer means 0.
So we can still put it at. Or
I'd rather you say the 0 because I don't want to confuse your professor. All right. What 9.9 E negative 10 means, if you guys remember scientific notation, it means 9.9 times 10 to the negative 10 power. That's what it means. All right. But just know, whenever you see something like that, that's just telling you zero. All right. Go ahead. Anytime you see an answer like this, right? Something e to some negative power or whatever, it means zero. Right? This answer is actually this. Is 0.9 zeros and then 99. All right. Right. So now, let me just verify something. Yeah. So now let's say,
So this would be on the first,
oh yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure. Everything that I'm showing you is on your test tomorrow. All right. If you're using the table, this is what you got to do over here. So they want to know what's the probability of X bar less than 9.25. What you have to do is you have to change that into a Z. So this is going to become probability of Z less than X bar minus mu over sigma over the square root of N. You have to use that second formula. Then you're going to plug in all the numbers, right? So this is going to become probability of Z less than 9.25 minus the mean, which is 10, over the standard deviation, which would, oh shoot. What happened here? Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. -9.25 minus 10. I'm sorry about that. My hand hit something. Over 0.5 over the square root of 10. All right, put that in the calculator. Tell me what you guys get. This is probability of Z less than what? All right, it's just for those who are not using the regular calculator. Go ahead. What you got?
This. Oh, no,
Let's see. No. So remember now to type this in your calculator, right? This is open parentheses 9.25 minus 10 close parentheses divided by open parentheses 0.5 divided by square root 10 close parentheses close parentheses. All right. Got that? This is how to type it in your calculator. Okay. Open parentheses 9.25 minus 10, close parentheses divide, open parentheses 0.5 divided by square root 10, close parentheses, close parentheses. Then you click enter. What answer you got?
-4.
Negative 4.7?
Four, three, four.
Wait, 437? 474. Okay. Did you get that answer too when you did it? All right, -4.7. Okay. So now we're gonna look that up. Remember when we look in the formula sheet, right? Our numbers stop at 3.45. Right? I'm on the negative side. I might be wrong. It might be 349. Hold on. I'm just turning the page. It's negative 349. Our number stop, right? But we got what? We got negative 4.74. So look at the very bottom. It says for values of Z less than negative 3.49, we use what? We use 0 to approximate it. And guess what? 0 is actually our answer. All right. And that's how we do this. That part? Okay, good. You're welcome. Any questions on the normal distribution? Are we good for normal distribution? All right. Let's go to question 7, right? This is our confidence interval question, right? So a quality control engineer, one second, let me get my highlighter. Okay. A quality control engineer at a bottling plant wants to estimate the average fill volume of soda in their 2-liter bottles, right? They randomly select a sample of 25 bottles and measure the fill volume in each. The sample mean fill volume is found to be 1.95 liters. See, they jipping us out of our soda. I don't even drink soda like that no more, but they jipping us, right? And the sample standard deviation is 0.8, right? They want us to construct a 99% confidence interval for the true population mean fill volume of the 2-liter bottles produced at the plant. All right. Not bad, not bad. Let's look at what we have real quick, right? So I have a sample of what? 25. I know that my sample mean X bar is equal to 1.95. I know that my sample standard deviation S is equal to 0.08. And I know that I have a confidence level, right? I like to write CL because that's my initials, but y'all can write just C if you want. It's going to be what? 99%. And 99% is also written as 0.99, right? Okay. So they said that they want what? A confidence interval, right? Now, looking at our formula sheet, I'm looking at chapter 8 in particular. We know that all confidence intervals are of the form X bar minus E less than mu less than X bar plus E. And then we have 2 E formulas, right? We have the E for when sigma is known, E for when sigma is not known. In this case, I do not know sigma. On your test, will you know sigma? No, right? Good. So that being said, right, I'm going to use the E with the T critical sample standard deviation divided by the square root of n with a degrees of freedom of n minus 1, right? You know what? Degrees of freedom is kind of simple, right? Let's do that over here. Degrees of freedom is equal to n minus 1, which is equal to, what's my n again? 25 minus 1, which is going to give me 24. That's excellent. That's excellent right there, right? So now, what's the only thing I'm missing? I'm missing my T critical. So let's figure out T critical, right? So we want to go to the student T distribution table, right? In your formula sheet packet. That's the last table, the very, very last table where we have our degrees of freedom and we have our confidence level, right? My degree of freedom is what? 24. And my confidence level is 99% or 0.99, right? So find for me T critical. What's the answer? All right, we're in the last table. The last table.
All right, 797.
2.797. Yeah, that looks right. 2.797. Everybody got that? Anybody didn't get it and wants to see how to do it? So,
That's when we go to 99.
Oh.
That's even more precise, it's 0.99. How are you? You good? You got this one. You got this? You got it too. Yeah.
Archie, did you get it? Yeah. The 2.79?
Yes, I got it. That was the first sentence I gave you.
Yeah. Alright. That was the hard part of this question. Alright? The rest of the question is just plug and shove, alright? That's it. So just plugging it into the formula. So my margin of error is T critical times the sample standard deviation divided by the square root of n. Just plug it in. T critical is 2.797 times the sample standard deviation, which is 0.08, divided by the square root of n, which is 25. Little calculator, bop, bop, bop. Go ahead, do it for me. What's the answer? Yeah.
0.04475.
0.00,
0.0.
uh-huh,
0.04475.
52, awesome. Everybody else got that? Got that too? You got that? All right. You got it in the back? You got that answer? All right. So now that we got the margin of error, just plug it into the formula. Very simply, we got x bar minus e less than mu less than x bar plus e. Just plug in the formula. Keep it nice and simple. All right. So what's x bar? 1.95. So I have 1.95 minus the error, which is 0.044752, less than mu, less than 1.95 plus the 0.044752. And that's it. Somebody do the math for me real quick. Help me out.
1.905248.
Wait, 1.905248. Okay. Okay. Less than mu, less than, what's the other one?
1.99752.
1.99554.
Yeah. 4752.
All right, that sounds better. 4752. That sounds better. All right. I will take this answer right here. All right. If you want to round off this answer, I will also allow you to do that as well. Me personally, I like 4 decimal places. So this is Chris's favorite. 1.9052 less than mu, less than 1.9948. This is my favorite. All right. You can have that favorite as well. Right. Mathematically speaking, because of the story and the question that we were given, right, it is correct if you wanted to round it off to 2 decimal places, right? So the most correct answer here is actually 1.91 less than mu less than 1.99, right? Any one of these. If it was me, I am lazy, I would choose the first one, right? But if you do want to round, my favorite rounding number is 4. I like 4 decimal places after a whole number, right? If you want to go by the story, right? The story gave you 2 decimal places, so then you give it back 2 decimal places. All right? If you're confused, don't know what to do, just do the first one. Give me everything. All right? Yes. All right, I need a few more minutes of y'all time, but I have to go talk to them in the lab for a minute.
Thank you.
We have one more question to go through, the hypothesis test. Just go through this. Everybody's done copying or y'all good? Done? All right. I'll let you guys try it. When I get back, I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. All right.
Be back in a jiffy.
Yo sé que no se acostumbran porque lo primero, la primera cosa que
No, eso fue el cuatro es fácil.
pero esto es
Era lo que me está funcionando.
mira, yo fui a comprar la revista y tuve que hacer la revista de los delegados, yo me hice
Mira, mañana
yo me
yo estaba pensando para un grado de 60, o no 60, 80, no, no. Eso tiene que ser un 80. Para pasar.
como que la mañana que yo no sé, hoy,
O antes de decir la cultura,
bien, esta vez está no de
y para mí, yo no estaba entendiendo nada.
no le explican, yo tampoco. Mira, esto fue como una sombra, como una sala, ellos saben, la otra cara, yo estaba mucho, pero
Sí, esto está fácil.
esta vez voy a llegar.
Lo es súper fácil también.
Entonces,
Y lo que está en la mano. Sí. Que no puedo imaginar. Mm. No, solo. Con la- But this is exactly what we're doing, trying to do, like a question, yeah, it's like 8 questions, it's 3 pages. Farm homes, I'm only giving out 10. But it's like this. No. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, this is one of the types that. Gotcha, gotcha. I mean, I'm gonna. I'll still be there tomorrow.
So confident, like, I can't. I'm ready.
Like, you got, the questions are in.
All y'all gotta go home is watch and then like try it, click play, see that you got it right. And then if you wanna go the extra mile, get the 100, copy and paste the question into AI, ask it for a question just like it and you're good. You know? Those of y'all with ChatGPT, y'all just gotta take an image and y'all straight. You know? Everybody here, right? Everybody here got access to Microsoft Copilot for free. The paid version, not the free version. Right? So y'all good. Oh, y'all just gotta use it. I just cleared it with tutoring, so I'm gonna be with y'all for a couple more minutes. If you guys want to stay for tutoring today, that's cool. If you want to go get something to eat and then come back, that's cool. If y'all want to go home and log in online and do tutoring, that's cool too. All right.
Yeah. What you're telling me is super good teaching about the movie, but you're telling me you had like a B and then the final teacher was last semester.
Yeah.
Just drop those down on F.
Because the final is like a third of your grade, depending on how your professor set it up, right? So
But the final would I help you still pass the class?
if you failed every quiz, you would have never been in here.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah, like people who got like F walking into the final, they not here. Like y'all are like the best of the best, cream of the crop. You know? Yeah. What actually happened though, like y'all are the best students in Math 23, and I'm the best tutor. They put us all together, you know, see what's gonna happen, you know? Nah, that's the final grade. Yeah. That's the final grade.
But like, if somebody left me at the altar or something.
Oh, nah, it's all good. Huh? Yeah. And then what's it? Let's see. We're gonna start in a minute. Hold on. Let me just write this up real quick. When you guys get a chance, just hook me up. Attendance right here. Yeah. When y'all get a chance.
Have you asked the department to get that,
Mhm.
if we start at 10, what time they're doing
I think,
Like 11.
I think it's an hour and
30 minutes?
something like that. Yeah, it might be more than that.
Wow.
But based on the department policies, that you
Yeah.
pass it over time, you still have to take the test.
Yeah. Well, if you don't take the test, then the F stands.
No, but I'm saying like,
Yeah.
let's just say if the time passes, like, let's say
Yeah.
the exam is done at 11:30, but then you got some of us see it at 11:35, you have to like, that's good.
Hmm.
She's a little baby.
All right, let's look at this last question, right? Again, this is like the hardest question on the test. Showing it's worth like 20% of your grade. Like this damn question, you know?
That's okay.
Yeah. But let me show y'all though. 5 steps. That's all it is. 5 steps, right? So a researcher believes that the average commute time for workers in a large city is greater than 30 minutes. Right? So the population standard deviation of the commute times is known to be 10 minutes. A random sample of 64 workers is surveyed, and their average commute time is found to be 33 minutes. Test the researchers' claim at the level of significance alpha equal to 0.01. All right? Let's just write down what we have real quick, because that's a lot of information real quick. So the researcher believes it's going to be greater than 30. So that means that mu is equal to 30. That's what that means, right? The population standard deviation, sigma, is equal to 10. We have a random sample n of 64. And the average commute time, x bar, is found to be 33, right? How did I know that that was x bar? It's the average that came after the word sample. See how it says a random sample of 64 workers is surveyed and their average commute time? Because that average came after the word sample, it's a sample mean. That's simple, right? And then, of course, alpha is equal to 0.01. Just like that, right? So 5 steps, right? 5 steps. Step 1, I want your null and alternative hypothesis. HOH1, right? What is my alternative hypothesis? Your alternative hypothesis is always the question that they're asking you in the story, right? The question that they're asking in the story is the first sentence in here. A researcher believes that the average commute time of workers in a large city is greater than 30 minutes, right? So what do they believe? They believe that mu is greater than 30, right? The null hypothesis is always, right, the opposite of the alternative hypothesis, but equal to. The opposite, but equal to, right? So this is going to be what? Mu, instead of greater than, less than or equal to 30. Did that make sense? This is step 1. All right. So that's step 1. All right. Each one of these steps is worth 5 points. And together, this whole thing makes up 20 points on your final. Right? Step 2. Step 2, right? What is your test statistic? This is a free point right here. Y'all better not get this wrong. What is a test statistic? Is this a Z test or a T test?
What, a Z test or a Z test?
Yeah, Z test or a T test?
A Z test?
A Z test, right? Very good. Why is it a Z test?
Because it's, it's going greater than?
No, because I know. What do I know?
The HO.
No, I know sigma.
Oh, sigma, okay.
right? I know what the population standard deviation is. That's why it's a z-test. All right. Also tomorrow, what is yours gonna be? A z-test or a t-test?
Theta?
Z-test. Very good. I'm giving it to y'all. Don't ask no question on it. Y'all just take the win. All right. It's a z-test, right? Now all you have to do is copy the z formula. The z formula is in chapter 9, right? It's x bar minus mu over sigma over the square root of n. It's that simple, right? After you write down the formula, excuse me, plug in the numbers. We have the numbers right here. This is so simple. It's not even fair. 33 minus 30 divided by the standard deviation, which is 10, divided by the square root of n, which is 64. How simple is that? Right? After that, just plug in the calculator. Give me the answer. What is it?
Oh, because now, calculators, they like to compare it, I don't know why, I gotta keep pressing it to like,
Got you.
because it says memory clear, and then like, it gets annoying.
And then got you. It happens when it gets older. It's like that. What we got? Remember how to type it in?
Yeah, I put like the parentheses.
Right. Mhm. Those of you using the other calculator, remember your fraction button. That's that button right above the number 7. So when you type it in, it should look exactly like the way I have it here written. It should look exactly the same way. Not for you, parentheses. Also for you, parentheses as well. No, not you. Press the fraction button right above the number 7. You good to go?
2.4.
So I heard 2.4. That's it? All right. All right. So I heard 2.4. Somebody confirm that?
Yeah.
2.4? All right. Let me- It's mad easy. I promise you. I just no. It's not tough. Just to make me feel good, I want to verify. Yeah, 2.4. Okay. Hmm? Sure. So now, right? Got you. First thing you're gonna do, right? Hit the fraction button.
Yeah.
Right here, right? Then you hit 33 minus 30, then down, right? And then you could just type it straight. I'm sorry. 10 divided by second square root 64. Yeah, see how it looks exactly like the way I have it written? And then when you see this, press that button right above here. Get that answer.
Okay.
And then that's it. You're welcome. All right. So we good with this part, right? Yeah.
Right?
Let me see.
Right?
No. Mad complicated. Hit the fraction button above the 7 real quick. No, look where 7 is.
Right here?
Yeah. Now type it in 33 minus 30.
Minus, right?
Yeah, 30. Go down. Now 10 divide.
Divide.
Yeah. And then second square root. And then 64. Enter.
And then that's when it disappears.
Gotcha. So
I don't know why I keep doing that.
it happens when it gets older, the calculator, or it might need like charging or something.
So I gotta get like a new one tomorrow.
What other calculator would you bring in?
The same one,
Same
but
one?
just
Okay.
different.
Got you. I mean, you could go Staples and be like, yo, it's malfunctioning, and then maybe have them switch it.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, fraction button 33 minus 30 over 10 divided by second square root 64. I don't know what happened, just shut off on me.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I've been having issues with that for nearly like a day and a half now.
Got you.
That's why I asked if I could bring it in so I can calculate.
Yeah, you can.
Because I don't want to use my phone because that's already considered cheating.
Yeah. I mean, they won't let you use your phone. So.
Yeah, either way, but
Yeah.
if you're looking at me and see it,
Yeah.
I gotta take it to the real far.
Nah, but they got people walking in and the test and all that. So
Or like the department, they have like people,
yeah. If it was me, I wouldn't give a shit. But,
Mhm.
I don't know. Yeah, talk to them and see if they could fix it up for you. But the way to fix it is to just press this button down right here,
Mhm.
and then like eventually it'll clear the memory and then it'll come back.
Okay.
Yeah. Or it might just need some sunlight. I don't know. Could be that too.
The calculator is the 84 one, right?
The TI 36X Pro.
Oh, 36.
Yeah.
On this one so far for
Mhm.
this right now.
So for this one, you need parentheses, right? So open parentheses, 33 minus 30, close, sorry, 30, close parentheses, then you divide, open parentheses, then you do the 10 divided by second square root, and then you do the 64, then close parentheses, and that's how you get it.
Okay, thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome. And don't worry, it's in the recording, that process as well. Anyway, we good. We know how to get the 2.4, right? All right, step 3. I want the p-value. How do I find the p-value? The p-value, right, is going to be the probability of your z, right? And then we have the value of what? 2.4, but there's going to be an inequality symbol there between it. How do I know what the inequality symbol is? It's always going to be, always and forever going to be the same inequality symbol that's in the alternative hypothesis. The same inequality symbol is in the alternative hypothesis. So that's greater than. So this one's going to be greater than. Right? It's going to match the alternative hypothesis. Just like that. All right? Now, we all know how to do this in the calculator, right? It's just a little normal CDF, nothing crazy. But what am I supposed to do before I do it in the calculator? I'm supposed to, I said it in chapter 7, right? Last question. I'm supposed to, starts with a D. What I always tell you guys to do before you do it in the calculator? Draw the distribution, right? We're going to draw the distribution. This distribution here is what's called a normal distribution. So when we have a normal distribution, right? A normal distribution, our mean is always what? Sorry, I just touched something by mistake. Whenever I have a normal distribution, what's my mean? In the center, it's going to be, give me a number. It's going to be for a normal distribution for a z value. It's going to be, okay, you're close. Give me another number. Oh, no. 0. All right. It's going to be 0. So now, right, 2.4 is bigger than 0, right? So that means it's going to be on the right-hand side right here. Exactly. This is a right tail test. So I want the area to the right. Right over here. Because that's greater than. Right? Let's pretend for a second that I'm standing in a distribution right here. You already know. You already know where I'm going with this, right? Normal CDF. Right? Normal CDF. My mean, which is mu, is equal to what number? What is it? Say it again. 0. Very good. My standard deviation, sigma, is equal to what? For a normal distribution, standard deviation is always equal to, give me a number. 1. Very good. Right? What's my lower bound here? 2.4, right? So remember, I'm looking at where I'm standing. Anything to my left is a lower bound, 2.4. What is my upper bound? 1E99. Excellent. Any questions on this? All right, give me the answer. What is it? Okay. 0 point.
0.00819759.
Excellent. Anybody else can confirm that? Can you confirm that? You got that same number? You have it? Okay.
The upper bound,
Why was that again?
Say it again. You got the same number? All right, good, good. What are you saying?
Mountain capital B.
B? No, no, it's already there. It's already written there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's more simple than you think. All right. For you now, right? Let's say that you are going to use your sheet, all right, to find the p-value using the tables. We have z greater than 2.40, right? We cannot look that up in the table. So we have to do the complement of it, right? Because we can't look up greater than, the table only gives us less than. So what does that mean? That means that we have to do 1 minus the probability of z less than 2.40. Okay, that being said, look up 2.40 for me. Give me that answer real quick. I'm gonna verify that. How you do it? Got it.
I swear, look, if I'm not the one, I'm gonna.
This one is simple. What you got? What's 2.40?
From you,
Mm-hmm.
0.99.
Exactly. 0.9918. And then in the calculator, when you do 1 minus 0.9918, what do you get? One minus 0.9918.
0.0082.
8-2. Perfect.
You got to another zero.
Yeah,
It's 3 zeros?
yeah.
Nah,
it's
actually, no, I think
everything.
you're right.
Yeah. Good, good. So both are the same answer. All right. You could do it either way. Okay. Let's go on to step 4. All right. That was all just step 3. Step 4. I want you to do your p-value versus your alpha. The p-value versus alpha, right? And what's my p-value? Is 0.00819759, right? Versus alpha, which is 0.0, and I forgot. I have to scroll back up 1 second. Because I forgot. 0.001. Okay. Which one of these is bigger? Is 0.008197529 bigger or is 0.01 bigger? Which one is bigger? Exactly, right? So my p-value is less than my alpha. All right. So now, step 5, I want you to make a decision. Am I going to reject the null hypothesis, or am I going to fail to reject the null hypothesis? Right. So I reject the null hypothesis, right? And then you can also give an interpretation of it. You can say that there is enough evidence to conclude that the null hypothesis is false. And that's it. So step 5 is an interpretation. Is there any questions on this? Good? All right. Oh, wait, we're not done. Oh, no, we're not done. That was the example that I should have done for y'all yesterday. Ran out of time. Here's your question for today. Knock that out. Then y'all good. This is your last question on the finding. Right.
That's a lot.
Mhm. I just did one just like it. Now you guys do one.
Well,
But it's simple, right? 5 little steps, pop, pop, pop. That's it. Tomorrow we'll finish early because y'all just taking the test and that's it.
and then you still like within a couple of days, you could be able to see
Yeah.
it on June first, right?
Yeah. By the way, did everybody have a chance to sign in today? To the sign in to the attendance.
And when's the birthday of spring semester?
25, I believe. Yeah. Well, you said you graduating though, right?
Yeah, if I pass this time.
Yeah.
Because the buckets, they told me I was supposed to take the bucket and the terrace of bucket.
Yeah,
Oh, they said on my bike over there, they told me,
Yeah.
but since I already took the American law,
yeah,
she could substitute that.
that's good.
So I will have to just take I will have to transfer the credit from here. Which is a math and coming to law.
Yeah,
But since, she said I need a fee in order for it
to transfer, yeah,
to transfer. I will have to pass this final more.
got you. But like, when you transfer the credit, you got more classes left to take, or you done
No, I'm not.
with the bachelor's?
Yeah,
So, that's official. So now you gotta take that, the LSAT.
yeah, that's all
Yeah.
because that's why I make things easier when I contacted, the advisor.
Yeah,
She thought that I was not taking classes, she thought I was still in rehab,
got you.
and I told her, no, I just came out of rehab in like September.
Yeah, yeah,
So that's the reason why I started this semester.
yeah,
She told me if you could have told me that, it would have been more easier to tell you that you don't have to worry about these classes, you only need the two.
that's
And
awesome.
half of it from the law.
That's awesome.
She
Yo,
told
you know,
me that like yesterday, like, I told her yesterday, I didn't know the official grade for the math,
yeah,
but she said with the B minus, that's one credit that we can expect.
yeah,
But then you need to know the math. Because
Yeah.
because you have to.
do it over, I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but now that you tell me with like, if I get a feel this minus, you know.
Just get an A to be, sure, you know,
Yeah.
and you be good.
But I'm honestly, I didn't go see, but if I ain't in for eight.
Yeah.
But if I get a seat, that's
Yeah.
enough, you know.
Yeah, that works. What was I gonna tell you? I highly recommend Kaplan.
Apple?
Yeah, for the LSAT,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know? Yeah. Highly recommend that. Then you'd be good to go.
yeah, that's why I was saying, a couple of days ago on Thursday,
Yeah, yeah,
but then when I got that email, I was able to.
yeah.
So they got me in the graduation list,
That's good.
we just have to see if I could be, if, the master,
So you don't even gotta go back until May.
you know, I'm just sitting.
That's
there
fire.
Getting the diploma on my degree.
Yeah, that's fire. That's what's up. You gonna walk or no?
I don't know yet, told me I got into, April first,
Yeah,
to let them know I'm walking.
got you. Did they choose a speaker yet?
They picked, some guy called, he's a fraternity, he's part of the fraternity.
Okay,
Some guy called Roger L. Spelling,
I don't know him.
yeah, but he was a student there, all three,
Got you.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, and, Jimmy Fallon, we call him.
Jimmy Fallon's coming through? That's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he also graduated from Sarah, and,
Did he really?
well, he graduated as an undergrad. So
Okay.
he was between Berkeley and, Syracuse at the time.
Wow.
Both majors.
Got
But
you.
he really walked with Syracuse.
Got
He
you.
walked in Berkeley.
I didn't know that Jimmy Fallon went there. That's what's up. Yeah.
Because, but there was, I didn't know that either. I thought he was just a Berkeley, like a
Yeah.
Tom Berkeley student.
Yeah.
But he was doing credits at the same time.
Right.
Two different colleges.
Yeah.
So we gave him the option, which college you wanna work officially.
Yeah.
Degree, you chose therapy.
Okay. That's fire. You out? No problem, man. I got you. No problem. No problem. Just watch it on the recording, you know? You get a chance. Yeah.
That's why I thought. That's how I'm crazy, man, I put that up, and,
No, that's-
I was able to gain that.
That's everybody. That's everybody in here, you know? Yeah.
Maybe send it out to the perfectly both the funding and new funding, like, this is a lot of opportunity
Yeah,
to pass this class.
yeah,
But I didn't know like he was really that serious about it, because the
Yeah.
one thing that I felt like everybody had, I've had like probably one out of like the top 4 persons in that,
okay,
but then I did both the homework.
right,
Finals just my last option.
yeah,
So when I realized I played the finals, I was like, yeah, I'm going to win.
yeah,
And then that's when I got like the notification from this guy, like, probably like a week and a half.
yeah. I have a random question for everybody. Last semester when y'all took this class, like, did any of y'all take it at night or everybody took it in the day?
No, I took it in the night, from 6:15 to, 7:50, yeah.
Yeah.
No, 6 o'clock to 7:50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were at night also?
Yeah.
4 to 6, and you too? 8 in the morning, wow,
That was
wow.
I'm
I'm not gonna lie, when I took this class, like when I was a student here, it was at 8 in the morning also. And but I had it in this classroom, so it wasn't so cold. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. I had I had graduated already, but I'll tell you what happened. They used to have remedial courses here at the college, and then the chancellor decided to get rid of them, right?
The champion?
Yeah. Long story short, back in the day, people had trouble passing the remedial classes, you know? And then there was a ton of people tutoring for them. And then what happened now? Like when they slowly but surely people started passing more, like more people started passing, and then more people started taking statistics. But in terms of us tutoring it, there was like two of us that was doing statistics, you know? So like long story short, the reason why I took it was to tutor people in it, you know, because there wasn't enough tutors in it. Like right now, there's plenty of tutors for statistics, but back in the day, there was only two, you know, and they used to be swamped, you know.
But you got like basic algebra, which is that next class right here.
Yeah, well, the basic algebra, that was the remedial. That used to be a class by itself.
But that's what I'm saying, you no longer got those type of classes here.
Nah, they got rid of it. Yeah. So you see, like for me, because I graduated already, that it makes me look good because then like now the college got a higher expectation. So now my degree worth me, you know?
Oh,
But it sucks for incoming people though, because it's like they just kind of place you in these classes and it's like sink or swim.
yeah.
You know,
like,
and
like,
that
because
kind of
at the high
sucks.
school, you're not learning about this, but the minute you come
Right.
in, you're like, I don't know all this.
Yeah.
They're one.
Yeah. I personally think it's not fair, but here's what it is. How we doing? We good with this? Everybody finished it? Or is somebody still working on it? All right, it's the same thing as before, right? Do what you saw me do. Write out all the variables that you have. Remember the 5 steps. I want the null and alternative hypothesis first. What kind of test is this? Z test, right? Find the Z value. Step 3, give me the P value. I want the probability. Very simple, right? Step 4, compare it. I want the P value versus alpha, right? And then step 5, I want that interpretation. I want you to tell me like I reject the null hypothesis or I fail to reject the null hypothesis, right? And then that's it. That's all I'm looking for. You know, if you could give me the interpretation, I appreciate that too. All right. If I do not reject the null hypothesis, then the interpretation is that there is not enough evidence to conclude that the null hypothesis is false. Hmm? Today I'm in person, in tutoring until 6 tonight.
Online.
Yeah,
When I
So-
do something, then come back.
yeah, we can do that. Yeah. Or if you want to go home and do it online, that's fine too. By the way, do y'all know on campus that they have pantry? Like they have a food pantry and y'all could go there and get like groceries and stuff for free? Yeah, so
No.
they had that last week, right? And they have it again next week if you guys are interested. It's on Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, generally speaking, in the semester, it's on Wednesday and Thursday. Because this is like the winter session, I think they only do it one day for the week. So it should be like next week, Wednesday. All you have to do is just bring a cart with you, whatever, something to hold the groceries. Bring your own bags. So I think bring your own bags. And you just go there and just collect the groceries and go home. If you guys are interested, you want to make I mean, I recommend it. It's not like they're just giving you like one patch of lettuce and then that's it. Like they give you groceries, like a good amount of groceries. Like you wish you had a car that you could go home with kind of groceries. All right. Just letting y'all know. Oh, by the way, it's in Low Hall in the lower level. You guys know Low Hall, the admissions building?
Oh, the one when you first walk in?
When you first walk in, yeah.
Yeah.
You go down to one flight, right? And then at the end of the hall right there, that's where it is. Alright. They got good products there too. Good products. I can't complain, man. Good products. How we looking? You guys done? All right, let's take a look. So a study is conducted to determine if a new fertilizer increases crop yields, right? The average, hold on 1 second, I gotta get my highlighter. The average yield of corn using the old fertilizer, is known to be 150 bushels per acre. Did I say that right? Bushels? Bushels? I don't know. All right. So that's the average yield with a population standard deviation of 20 bushels per acre, right? A sample of 100 acres is treated with the new fertilizer, right? And the average yield is found to be 158 bushels per acre. Test the hypothesis that the new fertilizer increases the crop yield at a significance level of alpha is equal to 0.05, right? So first things first, let's just write down what we have, right? What do I have? Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, tell me. Go ahead.
150, right?
Okay, so mu is equal to 150. Very good.
On the 50, 10.
So sigma is equal to 20. Good.
Oh, yeah.
What else?
158.
Okay, sample mean is 158.
And the sample size will be 100, that will be.
Very good. N is equal to 100. Perfect, perfect. And what else is there? Alpha is equal to 0.05. That's perfect. Right? That's the first thing you should do, right? Let's call that step 0. Uh-huh.
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, yeah. I just like to highlight it so you could see where it's coming from and all of that. Especially if you rewatch it, it could pop to you a little bit, right? Okay. Step 1. Let's call this one step 0 when we just write down what we have.
Like H.
Exactly, right? I want my null and I want my alternative hypothesis. So what is my alternative hypothesis? No. Read it to me. Mu,
Mu 150.
no, what's it?
Mu.
No. Greater than 150. How did you know it was greater than 150? Right. It's that first sentence right at the top. A study is conducted to determine if the new fertilizer will increase the crop yields. Right? That right there is your alternative hypothesis. So if that's the alternative hypothesis, what's your null hypothesis? Tell me. Mu is less than or less than or equal to 150. So remember, the null hypothesis is the opposite of the alternative hypothesis, but equal to. Right? Okay, that's step 1. Step 2. What kind of test is this? Z test. Very good. And then what's the formula? X bar minus mu over sigma over the square root of n. This is all in chapter 9 on your formula sheet. Chapter 9 on your formula sheet. All right? Plug in the numbers. What do we have?
158 minus 100.
Minus, not 100, minus
Minus
150 over 20 over square root of 100. Perfect, 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 perfect. That's all right. It happens.
8 divided by 2 equals 4.
I agree. Everybody get that?
I will write it in my
That's plug it in together.
Yeah, plug it in all together. Yeah. We just did it in our head. That's why. But yeah, plug it in all together. Use the parentheses. It's fine. It's fine. You got 4 also? So now that I got my Z test, right? What do I do next?
the critical value.
No. It starts with a D. I have to. Well, actually, wait, no. Step 3, right? I want the p-value. I'm sorry. Right? Fourth step is comparing the p-value to alpha. Yeah.
But in the p-value will be because it's good that I could go on the chart, right?
But before we do that, right? The p-value here is going to be the probability of the z-test. And we have the value here of 4. What's the sign going to be in the middle?
Greater than?
All right, how'd you know that?
Because it's right there on the.
In the alternative hypothesis. Very good, right? So whatever is your alternative hypothesis, right? Sign, that's what's going to be in the probability for the p-value. Right? They will match. Okay.
Do you have to write Z-test on the test?
You don't have to. You could just say Z. Right? I'm just trying to make it so that it's understandable, you know? Okay. So now you already know what's gonna happen, right? What do I want you to do?
Go on the chart.
Draw the distribution, right? What's my mean? 0.
So,
And then what's my what you call it? That's gonna be 4, right? And I want the area to the right. Right? Let's pretend like I'm standing right here. I'm in the distribution, just like so. Right? So on your calculator, you already know this is normal. CDF. And then what's my mean?
oh, no, the mean is on.
0.
Oh, 0?
0, right? Because it's a standard distribution, right?
Oh,
Standard normal distribution. What's my standard deviation? Not 20. If the mean is 0, what's the standard deviation? 1, exactly. Right? What is my lower bound going to be? Let me go back up to the picture real quick. What's my lower bound going to be here? Exactly. And what's my upper bound going to be? Perfect. The 1E99. All right. Hold on 1 second. I made that a little too crazy. So go ahead, type that in. What do you get? Oh, yeah, I got you. I'm gonna do you right after. Hmm. So what do we get? What do we get when we do this in the calculator? How many zeros?
0.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they say.
686. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. That's perfect, right? Let's do it one more time.
But first of all,
Uh-huh.
I got a number here, but I don't know if it's right on this. I don't know if we have to Z critical yet, right? No, right?
No, no. Mhm. Let me just go straight down. Hold up. We're just gonna do this again for those that want to use a table. So we have probability of Z greater than 4. As you know, 1605?
No. 6
No, that doesn't sound right. Because probability has to be between 0 and 1.
No. That, but that's how I was. One, 6 On the people.
What is your Z critical before?
But that's what I'm saying, I got 4 greater than 1.645.
I'm not sure how. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure the way you're doing it. But I'll take a look at it though. I got you. I got you. Real quick. So I have the probability of Z greater than 4. All right. You know that on the formula sheet, I can't look up greater than. I only do less than. So I have to do the complement of this. So this is going to become 1 minus the probability of Z less than 4. So that being said, right? What is the probability of Z less than 4? So look on the formula sheet. Not that one, the other one. Yeah.
That's where I was wondering.
Yeah. Which one?
When you said, 1 - P,
Yeah.
instead of 4, I put, 150, that's fine.
Got you. Got you. Got you.
Okay. Okay.
So look up 4 for me. Uh-huh.
That's what.
Yeah. So what does it say at the bottom?
0, right?
Not 0. What does it say at the bottom? Read it to me.
So the value greater than 2.49 is.
Use 1, right? Boom, right? So 1 minus 1, what's that? 0, right? Okay. So this is step 3, right? Is it 3? Yeah, 3. Step 4. Step 4. I want to do the p-value versus alpha. So I have 0.123431686 versus 0.05. Which one of these is bigger?
Alpha.
Alpha's bigger, right? So boom, right? So now my p-value is less than alpha. What do I do?
What is it?
Reject the null hypothesis, right? So number 5, right? I reject the null hypothesis, right? So interpretation, there is enough evidence to conclude that the null hypothesis is false. That's it. All right.
But you know what you know what's the crazy part? All right, so you see that number of
Mm-hmm.
that's the number I got.
Yeah.
Bar.
Yeah, yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
the number the far with is placing a greatest on
Yeah, yeah.
less than? I got 126 for bar. And then
That's not right though, because remember, probabilities can only be between 0 and 1. So it should be 0 point something that you get there. No? But I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look at it. Real quick. Yeah.
Well, instead of 1 minus 2,
Yeah.
I put 1 minus greater than 150.
No, less than. Yeah. But real quick, let me show y'all something. So I don't know about y'all, but I have trouble sometimes making the decision of when to reject and when not to reject, right? So what I like to do is go back to the original guy that came up with it, right? So I'm gonna show you a picture of him. He helps me to know when to reject and when not to reject. You know? Okay, so this is the original statistician, and it makes a lot of sense to me. Right? Right? Right?
The B is low.
Yeah.
And low, one go.
Right. So when your p value is less than alpha, reject the null hypothesis.
You'll be a great professor.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I try. All right, so yeah. So I just sent y'all the recording from yesterday. Sorry about that. Well, I'm gonna finish this up and I'm gonna send that over. All right. Is it okay if I stop the recording right now? All right. All right, so I'll see y'all here tomorrow, 10 a.m. We'll take that final. It's gonna be mad easy. All right. When in doubt, choose B. All right.